hey gang, just wanted to bring you a brief update. I'm not sure how brief it'll be. Probably a little longer than ones I've normally done. In the last few weeks, Joan and I have been to North Carolina, been to Toledo. We're continuing to do a little bit of travel, starting to do more Zoom classes as well. Just got contacted from Columbus, Ohio. And we're going to be doing some Zoom Bible college classes with a new school there with Dr. Ann Harris. And so Dr. Steve Mills and myself and others will be doing classes there. So anyway, some good things happening. In the recent trip to North Carolina, it was just a great trip. It was with the Tylers, Toby and Connie Tyler. And while we were there, we met a gal who is a part of a missions organization. Her name's Christy, and the missions organization, it's global, international is what it's called, but part of what they do is they really target unreached people groups, but they're doing it now not just in other parts of the world, but they're actually looking at unreached people groups in the United States. And it kind of triggered a thought for me. And something I want you guys to really pray about, and maybe you have some ideas of what we can do to actually reach the reachable people groups that we've been working with, like Russian language and Spanish language and French language. You know, there are people here in the United States, most of which now have assimilated sufficiently to get jobs, and they're a part of communities, but they're usually in certain pockets of communities throughout the United States. But if we could find, especially spiritual leaders, Christian leaders in those areas, and we could get the curriculum to them in their native language, they could be equipping and training people right here in the United States in their own language. And so that's just inspiring. You know, that's a big part of what we're all about. Really, as I'm sure you all remember, we are truly an international university. In fact, just the last couple days, Dr. Scott Rishi's been with me here. He's visiting his daughter and son-in-law and grandkids with his lovely bride, Lori. They're here in the Ramona community. So we've been spending the last couple days. We did a nice Zoom meeting with Dr. Joshua Reichard yesterday, just talking about the accreditation, looking at the processes, and really just rejoicing in all that God is doing. I mean, Scott's getting ready to go to Ethiopia, work with Craig Olson there doing graduations. And I mean, we still have hundreds and thousands of students around the world, and really what we want is to continue the process of equipping God's people and raising up leaders in the nations. And so let's keep praying about those things. You know, one of the other things I got, it was really interesting, from Gail Stathis and Brian Vandeventer in Greece. You know, they saw my little write-up and, little review about how, we're a bit below budget and we need some help. And so they said, well, why don't we do a challenge? And so I'm going to be sending this out to all of our World Zone leaders. I mean, the challenge is to get our various World Zone leaders and key leaders that we work with and stakeholders of vision to maybe pledge a little something extra above what they already give and share, but pledge a little bit more toward helping us make up the deficit in our budget. And I mean, they've already said that, hey, out of our little operation here in Greece, we'll pledge $4,000 for the year. I mean, I thought that was incredible. We have gotten some donations in from some of our stakeholders already, and it's been such a blessing to receive that. Because again, our whole focus is taking the whole word to the whole world and making sure that leaders have an opportunity to study and achieve an award for their work that will help open new doors for them and their ministries. So just one last thought here. So our pursuit for the ASIC, that's the Accrediting Service of International Colleges and Universities, accreditation is really designed to enhance our ability to equip and educate men and women for more effective kingdom service and validate them. And the accreditation that we're going after will help to validate, if you will, Vision's degrees, which ultimately helps to validate even more the students that we work with. So let's keep praying that God will give us favor. We've given 3 dates in May for our virtual evaluation. We haven't heard back yet from ASIC about which day it's going to be. It's a 1-day virtual evaluation, and then we see what happens from there. All the bills for that have been paid, thank God. We still need to do some curriculum updating. We're still working on that. In fact, Dr. Rishi's going to be helping us with that. You'll be hearing more from it. So anyway, let's keep praying, trusting God, and most importantly, here, especially in the Western world, it's Easter celebration. I'm going to be with my local church, my home church, Heart of God, with Pastor Mark and Pat, and we're going to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. The most important thing that has ever happened is death, burial, resurrection, ascension, enthronement. We are all a part of it, and we get the opportunity to rejoice. Let's believe God for new converts, people returning back to the Lord, back to church. Let's just believe God for truly great things this weekend. Hey, God bless.